This is the Rocky Mountain Lander's Peak. It's an oil-on-canvas landscape painting made in 1863. By who?
It was actually painted by a German-American painter that was a part of the Hudson River School that went by the name of Albert Bierstadt.
As shown on the painting, it shows a tranquil, undisturbed scenery. The foreground depicts Native Americans and their campsite with, I guess, a lot of animals.
Lots of horses, and I see a dog right there at the bottom. So a few dogs in the bottom bottom right corner.
Just really native animals.
With their native homes as well. You can see the teepees, and they're just in their natural habitat, just like the scenery. He depicted the Lander's Peak in an incredibly idealized way. The landscape was changed by Bierstadt for a more dramatic effect.
The reason he idealized the painting was so that people would travel to the American West and settle there. He wanted to bring in more people with this painting,
which I can tell.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
He did this in order to promote the idea of manifest destiny, which is to settle from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast.
Wow. And the Rocky Mountains go for a while too, huh?
Yeah,
they go all the way from Canada down to Mexico.
It's very beautiful landscape.
As is depicted right here in this painting. You can see that the mountains are very jaggedy. Yeah, jagged
They're
and rocky.
Snow-capped.
In the background.
Yes. They're very different colors from the scenery below.
Yeah. Why?
There's more like a tranquil at the top. Like, it's more celestial, and at the bottom it's very natural and green.
And yeah, very, very natural.
This art piece was a result of Bierstadt's first trip to the American West. What did he use in this painting?
He used a variety of colors, actually, as you can tell by looking at the painting. There's lots of whites and more blurry colors at the top, and it's very more clear and bright at the bottom. He did this to let people see the American West through his eyes, the way he saw it as like very beautiful and more like very natural.
Yeah, and he separated the mountains from the trees and everything that was green. He put a white line of paint to separate the water from the rocks. Yeah, it's near the waterfall. Right you can just see it. It's like a dash of white, and it disappears into the green. To separate the mass of water not only from the foreground, but to incorporate it into the mountains.
Wow, it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. The reflection shown by that white line, below that white line of the lake, is elaborated on the clearness of the water and richness of life.
Yeah, everything in this painting is very rich. The mountains are just huge, and the trees are trees are very green and very refreshing painting.
Very refreshing painting. It's very beautiful. Incredibly beautiful.
Bierstadt made a very elaborate gradient from dark to light from opposite ends of the painting. He did that in order to draw attention to the middle of the painting, which was, I guess, the most beautiful in a lot of people's opinions.
Yeah. So thanks to the beautiful that worked as a sort of postcard
for people settled.
Yeah, so that it's like what you would send to your family to be like, oh, look where I'm at. I'm in a beautiful place.
This was before pictures were even remotely an idea. This is a postcard to attract American settlers to the American West.
Yeah.